is the problem? Ah, fine. Anyway, so we are not going into the applications. So it is linear algebra. It is also called applicable algebra or applied algebra because it is directly connected with applications. So let us start. So first concept is from your geometry. You have studied in your higher secondary classes like intermediate, 12th class, at least in physics class, right? What you see? You see what is a vector quantity. So you might have heard about the vector quantity, right? Scalar quantity and vector quantity in physics. So what is a vector quantity? A quantity, a physical quantity who have both the things, that is magnitude as well as direction. For example, someone is going 5 km, someone runs 5 km. It does not make any sense to the direction. But if someone says, if you say 5 km to the east or 5 km to the west, then it makes sense. It makes sense in the direction. That means the person is going to 5 km in the east direction or in the west direction. So a physical quantity which have both magnitude as well as direction is called a vector quantity. So our problem is how to represent it, right? 5 km, how you will represent 5 km, then east. So the idea is, so we minimize, we take a scale. For example, 1 centimeter is equal to 1 kilometer. Then we draw a line, 5 centimeter, that represents 5 km, and to the direction of east. That is a directed line segment. For example, OA. That is, O is the initial point, A is the final point, and the direction is from O to A. Another physical, another example you can take. For example, you are running in the circle, right? You are running in a circle. Then your direction is always changing. But if you run on a road, then your direction, if the road is straight, then your direction is definite. Your direction is towards this. Suppose this is the road and you are running along OA, then your direction is from O to A, right? And if you run from O to A, then how much you run is the magnitude of this vector OA, that is this line segment OA. So geometrically, you know how to represent a vector. Already you have been studied in your 12 classes, in physics at least. So how to add these two vectors? For example, someone goes to 5 km east, then 5 km to north. Then what is the total length you covered? Means from the initial position to final position, what is the magnitude? What you covered? So that is the concept of vector addition. So how to add two vectors? That is called law of parallelogram, right? For example, suppose you are going first 5 km here, okay? Then 5 km here, sorry, 5 km up, okay? Suppose this is north, this is east, like this, है ना? यही है custom. This is south and this is west. So you go suppose from origin to at the point A, right? 5 km. And then again you go at the point B in the north, 5 km again. So when you run in this direction, your direction is clear and magnitude is OA. Similarly, if you run in the north direction, again the direction is clear, you run from A to B. So what is the final position? So what the direction you covered, in which direction you actually moved? So you moved from O to B. So if you take the directed line segment, you join O to B. So your the final position is B, and the vector O to B represents the magnitude of OA plus OB. Means adding vector OA plus vector AB gives you the vector OB. Okay, so how the parallelogram law for vector addition is applied? See, suppose this vector is X, okay, and this vector is Y. So how to add X plus Y? Again the same thing. Suppose you move vector Y, then you move the vector X, then the final position will be this one, Q, that is X plus Y. So this is actually called law of parallelogram for vector addition. So what does it say? It says that the sum of two vectors x and y that act at the same point P. See, the sum of two vectors x and y that act at the same point P is the vector in the parallelogram having x and y as adjacent sides, x and y as adjacent sides, that is represented by the diagonal beginning at P, beginning at the same point P. The vector x is also emanates from P, the vector y also emanates from P, and the resultant, that is x plus y, also emanates from P. So that is the vector sum of x plus y, that is x plus y, is represented by a diagonal passing through the same point where the vector x and y are originated or emanated. Okay, so this is called the parallelogram law. Okay, so someone is okay, fine. Okay, now come from geometry to algebra. So mathematicians are not going to stop. So geometry takes picture. So always all the time you cannot make the geometry, because you can make the geometry for 2 dimension. You can visualize for 3 dimension. But what about the 4 dimension, 5 dimension, 6 dimension, right? So you cannot visualize it. Okay. So our problem is to convert the geometric aspect to algebraic aspect. So how to add two vectors in terms of algebra? Okay, let us find a very easy way to add two vectors. Okay, let us suppose that the vector x is a1, a2 and vector y is b1, b2. What does it mean? Means suppose A is a point having the coordinate a1 and a2, joining A to A. From O to A, if you consider OA as a magnitude and the direction from O to A, then OA represents a vector having the magnitude of OA and the direction from O to A. In other words, x is a vector. X is a position vector of a point A. We call it position vector of a point A. So what is the position vector of any point? Join the point A from the origin O, then from O to A, the vector OA is called the position vector of A. Similarly, position vector of Q is OQ. Similarly, position vector of B is OB, the vector OB. Okay. So X represents a vector, position vector of A. So in other words, the coordinate of A, that is coordinate of X, is A1 comma A2. Similarly, coordinate of B, suppose the vector Y is the position vector of the point B, that is the vector OB. So we will understand, okay, we are talking about the vector Y, that means we are talking about the position vector of B, that means we are talking about the coordinate of B. So what is the coordinate of B? Coordinate of B is B1 comma B2. Fine. Okay. Now, by the parallelogram rule, if you see, this is a parallelogram, means this side is the same as this side is the same as this side, and they are parallel. Okay. So similarly, this length is the same as this length. What we did just draw this line parallel to x-axis and draw this line parallel to y-axis from Q. Then this double line, this length is equal to this length. Fine. And this length is equal to this length. Now you see, this is A1 and this is A2. Okay. So similarly, this is A1 and this is A2. Again, up to here it is B1. So up to B1 you are adding up to A1. So coordinate of Q, the x coordinate of Q means this total length up to here plus this length. Is it not? X coordinate of Q means up to the length here total, then plus this length. So this is your A1, okay, and this is your b1, right? Then the x coordinate will be a1 plus b1. Similarly, this height is b1 and this whole height is a2. So this height is also a2. So this is a2 plus b2. So you see this geometric addition concept converted into the algebraic addition concepts. Okay. So is it clear everyone or not? Just let me know. Clear everyone? Chat में reply करिए भाई. Okay. Okay, fine. Very good. Okay, so the vector addition, which was the geometric concept, now has been converted into the algebraic concept. So that is, if x is the vector, that is whose coordinate is a1, a2 of a point. Similarly, y is the position vector, some point q, some point b, whose coordinate is b1, b2. So in general, we say x coordinate has a1, a2, y is a vector having coordinate b1, b2. Then what is x plus y? That is, what is the coordinate of q? So coordinate of q, that is x plus y, is a1 plus b1, a2 plus b2. Thus, rule of parallelogram that was geometric now becomes algebraic operation. So what is algebraic operation? The coordinate a1, a2 is added to the coordinate b1, b2 becomes like this. That means component wise addition. First component is added to the first component. Second component is added to the second component. Okay. So this plus is here is not the ordinary one. Okay. Not the usual addition of real numbers. But here this addition, this plus is usual addition of real numbers. And you know how to add two real numbers. 5 plus 3 is 8. Under root 2 plus 1. Under root 2 plus 1 is a real number. You are well aware of this. So similarly, this plus. So this plus is different from this plus. Okay. So later on we will clear this. Okay, fine. So this one, you see the vector addition, which was the geometric concept from physics, now converted into the algebraic operation. That is how to add two coordinate system, how to add 2 points, how to add 2 coordinates is well defined now. Okay. Another natural notion is called scalar multiplication. Okay, that is also a type of operation on the vectors. For example, suppose this vector AB is x. So what do you mean by 2x? If x is a vector representing AB, then what is the vector 2x? So naturally you will understand, okay, so x is a vector means 2 times of that, having the same direction, right? Suppose x vector means 5 kilometer to the east. Then what is 2x? That is 10 kilometer to the east. Because direction is not going to change. Just you multiply it by scalar. So 2x means 2 times of the vector x. 2x is a vector. So let me again explain. If x is a vector representing AB, then 2x is a vector representing AC, whose magnitude twice of the vector x, and the direction is same as the vector x is having. Okay. So you see these two vectors are same. The direction is same. But the magnitude of 2x is twice the magnitude of x. Okay. But as usual in plane, that is in the xy coordinate system, if x has the coordinate a1 comma a2 and t is a real number, then what do you mean by tx? If t is suppose positive, then suppose t is 2, then it is the twice of the vector x. If suppose t is -1, then the direction will be changed. Okay. So you have understood about the positive direction, right? If t is real number, t is positive real number, then it is well understood. Oh, okay, twice of the x. 2x means twice of the x. 3x means thrice of the x, and so on. So in this direction, if x is a vector and t is positive, suppose greater than 1, then this vector ta1, ta2 will be the tx. So clearly, tx is a vector having the same direction as x if and only if t is greater than or equal to 0, and opposite to that of x if t is negative. तो अगर t निगेटिव होगा तो क्या हो जाएगा, अपोजिट डायरेक्शन हो जाएगा, है ना। अच्छा, and what about magnitude? Let us see about magnitude. And magnitude of tx is absolute value of t times magnitude of x. जैसे अगर कोई कहे 5 किलोमीटर ईस्ट is x, then what is -2 of x? -2 means negative 2 times negative. So 2x is understood. Okay, 10 kilometer east. Negative means reverse the direction. So that is -2x means -10 kilometers. So 10 kilometer is okay, but the direction is going to change. So that's why tx is a vector having the same direction whenever t is greater than or equal to 0 and opposite to that of x if t is negative. And magnitude, of course, will be absolute value of t times magnitude of x. And therefore, what about tx? Tx is t times a1 a2. So what we are going to do? We are multiplying this scalar t to a vector x, to this vector x. So what is the rule? Rule is multiply each and every component by t, that is t a1 t a2. You can visualize from here also. Okay, you can visualize from here. So if this is x, okay, and this is the vector tx from here to here, this is the vector tx. Then if suppose, for example, t is 2, then what is this? This will be a1, okay, this will be a1. Then what is the relation between these two? If this is 1, this is 1, then 1 plus 1 2, t is equal to suppose 2, okay. Suppose your t is equal to 2, right? Then t is equal to 2 means twice of x. So this will be 1, then this will be 1. Similarly, this will be 1, then this will be 1. So as usual, if this is a1, right, then total will be 2a1. So t of this. Similarly, by similar triangles, this one is equal to this one. So this will also be twice of it. So this is simple observations from the right angle triangle and the similar triangle. So you can apply the similar triangle concept. You can see this is TA1 and this is TA2. Okay. So I'm not going into that technicality. It is up to you. You verify this. Okay, fine. So we have two natural operations on the set of all vectors in the plane or in the space. So anyway, you understood in the plane. Okay, again, let us come back. In R2, that is the plane. R2 means plane. So position vector R bar of a point P, A1, A2. What is that? P is any point whose coordinate is A1, N2. Then position vector of P is the directed line segment OP vector. Is given by OP vector, that is R vector. And how you write in physics? You remember? Like this, A1 I cap plus A2 J cap. In short, P is A1, A2 means coordinate of P is A1, A2. So insert A1, A2 means you have understood, oh, P is the point whose position vector is A1 I cap plus A2 J cap. Okay, fine. And what is OP? OP is the magnitude of the vector, length of the vector. So length is, you see here, this is your A1, this is your A2. So by right angle triangle rule, under root A1 square plus A2 square. What is I cap? I cap is unit vector in the x-axis. Similarly, j cap is the unit vector in the y-axis. So I cap means in vectorial notation, it is a position vector of a point whose coordinate is 1, 0. How it comes? It comes from here. I can be written as 1 into I plus 0 into j cap. So compare this, you have written this. So compare this, you have to write this. Okay. So A1 I cap plus A2 j cap. So this is the position vector of a point whose coordinate is A1, A2. This is the position vector of a point whose coordinate is 1, 0. Similarly, unit vector in the y direction is 0, 1. Okay. Similarly, in R3, you can visualize here. This is z-axis, this is x-axis, this is y-axis. And P is a point whose coordinate is A1, A2, A3. That is x coordinate is A1, y coordinate is A2, z coordinate is A3. Then the vector OP is the position vector of the point P. And of course, this can be written in physics notation like this. OP vector is R vector is A1 I cap plus A2 j cap plus A3 k cap. And again, the same thing. The unit vector I cap here will be 1, 0, 0. Okay. That will be 1, 0, and 0. Similarly, j cap will be 0, 1, 0 and k cap will be 0, 0, 1. So I'm not going to that. So what is the fruitful thing for us? So fruitful thing is here, fruitful thing is we are observing these things. What we observe? We observe that the set of all vectors in the plane or space satisfies the following things, following properties. What? If you have two vectors in the plane x and y, then x plus y is the same as y plus x. Is not it? That is called commutative law. That is called commutative law. Another one is, if you add x and y, x plus y, and then you add this one. Okay. If you add this one, x plus y plus z is the same as x plus y plus z. That means you associate first x and y, and then z is the same as associating y and z and then adding x. So this is called associative law. Means don't interchange, don't change the terms. Okay, don't change the place. You just associating first two or you associating the last two, does not matter, the result will be same. So that is called associative law. Another thing is, there exists a vector 0 vector such that x plus 0 vector is x. 0 vector means having no magnitude and no direction or everywhere direction, because 0 vector is the limiting case. You know, if a is a point here and b is a point here. Okay, so this is the vector. Suppose this one, if you come towards a, in the limiting case, the direction will be always, the direction is, of course, sorry, the direction is always suppose AB. Okay, so this is the direction. But if point is here, B is here, then the magnitude is going to change. Again, suppose the point is here, the magnitude is again going to reduce. So in limiting case, A vector. So A vector represents 0 vector, means having no magnitude. And the direction, what you choose. आप जो चाहे वो डायरेक्शन ले सकते हैं. दैट्स मीन 0 वेक्टर का जो डायरेक्शन होता है वो डिफाइंड ही नहीं है. ओके, फाइन. सो देयर एग्जिस्ट ए वेक्टर 0 बार सच दैट x plus 0 is x vector. Okay. Similarly, for every vector x, there is another vector y such that x plus y is 0. So I think you have understood. Go 5 km east, then come back 5 km west. You are at the same place, 0 place, right? So y is called additive inverse of x and denoted by negative of x. Another one is, multiply to any vector by the scalar 1, that is unity, is always x. And if you take two scalars a and b, then multiply a, b together, then multiply to the vector x, is the same as first multiplying to the vector x by b, then by a. So that is called the associative type rule for scalar multiplication. And these are called the distributive rule, that is ax plus y is ax plus ay, and a plus bx is ax plus bx. So geometrically, you can verify all these properties. Okay. So using these properties of vectors, we can write equation of lines and planes in space. Already, आप लोग ये सारी चीजें पढ़ चुके हैं. कहाँ पढ़ चुके हैं? फिजिक्स में, मैथ्स में, या तो इंटरमीडिएट कोर्स में रहते हैं ये. Equation of line and equation of planes in terms of vectors. Okay. So let us consider first the equation of a line in space that passes through two distinct points, P and Q. Okay. Suppose P is a point and Q is a point. So what to find? We have to find the equation of line PQ. It can be extended here and up to here, up to infinity. So we have to find the equation of this line. Equation of line means, if taking another point, any point P dash, then what is the position vector of P dash in terms of this P and Q? That is the problem. Okay. Okay, fine. Let us come back. Anyway, so let O denote the origin of a coordinate system in the plane, in the space. And suppose position vector of P is U and position vector of Q is P. That is, OP vector is U and OQ vector is P. Then what about the PQ vector? Of course, again by the triangle rule, this OP vector plus PQ vector is equal to V vector. Or in other words, by the addition rule of, by the parallelogram rule of vector addition. So I will call it triangle rule. This is very simple to understand. That means OP vector plus PQ vector is equal to OP vector. That means the letter which is intermediate, just delete it. So what will you get? You get OQ vector. So that's why this is called triangle rule, because it is forming a triangle OPQ. So the vector OP plus PQ is equal to OQ vector. That means U plus W is V, and therefore W is V minus, right? So you have the rule of subtraction now. How to subtract the vector U from V? So V minus U is W. So if you visualize this subtraction through addition, then there will be no problem. And I think it is the most easiest way to understand the subtraction, is not it? What is minus U? Because this is a natural question. You cannot write minus of U because you know the vector U. What is minus U? So minus U denotes the vector minus 1 times U. Means having the same magnitude, but the direction is just opposite to the vector U. Okay? You can say, let me draw this. This is the vector. Okay, fine. This is the vector minus U. Okay? Having the same magnitude, but the direction is just opposite to U. Okay? Fine. So now, this quadrilateral OPQR is a parallelogram. So now you can see this follows the parallelogram law. That is, the vector OP plus vector OR is equal to vector V. And what is vector OR? OR vector is the same as PQ vector, because you know you can represent any vector anywhere having the same direction and same magnitude. Okay? If the direction is same and magnitude is same, then you can move the vector anywhere. So this vector PQ is the same as vector OR because these are parallel and having the same direction, OR direction, this is PQ direction sense is also same. And because they are parallel, so having the same magnitude. So you see, this is a parallelogram law. So parallelogram rule is also satisfied for the vector addition. So most easiest way is you just remember triangle rule also. So the same thing. Okay, fine. What was our problem? Our problem was to find the equation of line through P and Q. Okay, so now let us draw again a picture. So suppose this is the point O, origin, P is the point here, Q is the point here, whose position vectors are U and V. We have to find the equation of this line, okay? Equation of this line. What is the equation of this line? So for this, we have chosen a point P dash, whose position vector is say X. That is, the vector OP dash is X. That is, X is equal to OP dash vector. So how to write OP dash vector? So again, you just apply the triangle rule. OP dash vector means OP vector plus PP dash. OP vector plus PP dash. By the triangle rule, PP cancel OP dash vector, right? Okay, so OP vector is U. And what is PP dash vector? The direction of PP dash is the same as the vector D, right? The vector W is suppose PQ. Then the direction of PP dash is the same as the vector W. But it is scalarly, either if X is outside Q, outside PQ, then it is bigger than, the scalar must be bigger than. For example, this length is suppose 1, then this length is 1. So it is twice of the vector PQ, right? So you see this vector PP dash in magnitude is bigger than PQ, that is bigger than in W. So bigger than W means you have to multiply by a scalar which is bigger than 1. So here T is bigger than 1. T is a scalar, appropriate scalar. Say for a moment PQ is 1 centimeter and PP dash is suppose 3.2 centimeter. So what does it mean? You have to multiply 3.2 to W. It becomes 3.2 W. That's all. So T is appropriate scalar because this point P dash can be anywhere, either here or here or here, anywhere on this line. Okay, on this line anywhere. So that's why t is just a real number. Okay, so t is just a real number, right? So moving t, you will get all the points on this line passing through PQ. So this is the equation of line passing through 2 points P and Q, which coordinates position vectors are u and v. So you have x is equal to u plus t times v minus u. In other words, like this also. So this is an illustration. You can,
Sir,
yes,
sir, can you sir explain this again? Sir? Hello,
बोलिए.
sir. Can you explain this again, sir? This t vector that thing.
हाँ कर दे रहा हूँ, कोई बात नहीं. चलिए फिर से देखते हैं भाई. ये इक्वेशन ऑफ लाइन ही एक्सप्लेन करना है ना. हेलो,
Yes sir, yes sir.
इक्वेशन ऑफ लाइन को ही एक्सप्लेन करना है ना.
Yes sir, ये OP वेक्टर एंड देन PP डैश वाले के बाद सर ये जो U प्लस TOR वाला सर T वाला.
समझ गया, प्रॉब्लम समझ गया. चलिए फिर से देखते हैं. मैं ये कह रहा हूं कि PQ पॉइंट से होकर जाने वाला ये जो लाइन है, सो दिस लाइन, ओके. सो इक्वेशन ऑफ लाइन मीन्स you have to write a general equation, general condition for any point on this line. ठीक है, that is the locus of a point. So locus means you have to impose some condition. So what is the condition? So what is the restriction? So suppose P dash is any point on the line, then position vector of P dash is suppose x. X means OP dash, and because OP dash is x, so by triangle rule you can write OP plus PP dash, is not it? PP इंटरमीडिएट है, यहाँ पे एरो रहेगा, सॉरी. PP कॉमन है ना, इंटरमीडिएट है वो गायब हो जाएगा. तो बाई ट्रायंगल रूल OP डैश आ जाएगा. इज इट क्लियर? ओके. नाउ OP वेक्टर इज U, ओके. एंड व्हाट इज PP डैश वेक्टर? PP डैश वेक्टर इज some scalar multiplied by, okay, let me delete this first. PP dash means is a vector in the direction of PQ, that is W times something. So let us take appropriate T. Now this PQ is the same as OR vector by the parallelogram rule. This OR vector and this PQ vector is same. And what is the OR vector? OR vector is V minus U. That is PQ vector is V minus U. अभी अभी तो दिखाया आपको ना कि ये जो W वेक्टर है वो क्या आएगा? V minus U आएगा. तो W vector means this PQ vector is V minus U. So this OR vector is V minus U. So either you say in terms of here or here, no matter, है ना? So ultimately this vector PP dash is T times W, T times V minus U. So I hope it is clear, is not it? बताइए भाई.
Yes sir. Yes,
अभी
sir.
ठीक है? ओके ओके ठीक. हाँ कहाँ थे हम लोग? यहाँ. ओके फाइन. So therefore this is the equation. Now this is the illustration. You can find an equation passing through the points P and Q having coordinates minus 201 and 453 respectively. So here U is minus 201 and V is this. So what is V minus W? V minus U, just subtract. Then equation of line is x is equal to U plus T V minus W. So this is the this. So this is the x coordinate, this is y coordinate, this is z coordinate. Simplifying this, you have this equation. This is the usual equation of line you might have encountered in your intermediate classes, 11th or 12th, in 3 dimensions, right? Similarly, you can write the equation of plane. Equation of a plane through 3 non-collinear points. 3 non-collinear points. Because if all the 3 points are collinear, then you cannot draw a plane. You just draw a line. Right? Suppose this is the point, this is the point, this is the point. If all these points are in one line, then what is the plane? No plane, it is line. But if the one point is here, one point is here, and one point is here, then you joining this, you will have this plane, right? You have this plane, is not it? And you can extend it. So this is not a line, this is a plane, okay? So let us suppose that P, Q, R be three non-collinear points like this. This is the point P, this is the point Q here, and this is the point say R up to here. Okay. So say the position vector of P is the vector OP, position vector of Q is the vector OQ, position vector of R is OR. So let us represent the position vector of P by P vector, and position vector of Q is U vector, and position vector of R is V vector. Okay. So from this picture, we are taking any point X here, any point S here in the plane. Because if the point P is here, Q is here, R is here, then you have a plane, this plane, in which our this document. Okay. So this paper, where this in this paper, this picture is depicted in the plane paper. So this plane paper is actually the plane passing through the point P, Q and R. Is not it? जिस पेपर में मैंने ये बनाया है ना, ये तीनों पॉइंट P, Q, R उसी प्लेन पेपर में है, और इन तीनों पॉइंट से जो प्लेन पास कर रहा है ये पेपर है। यानी पॉइंट यस यहाँ भी हो सकता है, यहाँ भी ले सकते हैं आप, यहाँ भी ले सकते हैं, कहीं ले सकते हैं। So let us, we have taken the point S here in this plane, which is containing the point P, Q, R. So the problem is to write the position vector of S. So how to write the position vector of S? Okay, how to write the position vector of S? That is OS vector. So by the triangle rule, OS vector means OP vector plus PS vector. This is very clear. Okay. Okay. Now OS vector means OP vector. So OP vector is denoted by suppose P vector. And what about this OS vector? If you see OS vector, then it is the diagonal of the parallelogram whose sides, adjacent sides are this one and the adjacent side is this one. Okay. So if this vector is V, then this length will be reduced. Suppose the scalar T is here, so this vector is TB. Similarly, up to here it is V, then it is magnified, and therefore this vector is some scalar multiplied to U, so SU vector. So SU vector plus TB vector will give you this PS vector. So what we have written here, in place of OP vector, the position vector of P, that is P vector, and in place of PS, we have written SU plus TB. So in this way, we have written the position vector of a point in the plane passing through P, Q, R. Yeah, let me ask question. Any problem? Please ask. Clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you read it again and again, make the proper notes, write it in your notebook. You will learn a lot of things. If you have any difficulty, please ask in the next meeting. Okay. Okay, so again, tomorrow I will share some stuffs, then we will discuss the day after tomorrow, because every day is not possible. Okay. Any question, please? So there is a problem here. It is an example equation of the plane containing the points. You verify this is the equation of the plane. Okay, and this is the exercise in your book. You will find exercise 6. Midpoint of the line segment joining A, B, C, D is A plus C by 2, B plus D by 2. You remember? If x1, y1 and x2, y2 are 2 points, then the midpoint of the line segment joining these 2 points is x1 plus x2 by 2 and y1 plus y2 by 2. You remember that? So this is the just simple problem. Okay. So you can verify it. So here I have solved this. You just verify this. Is it okay or not? Still, if you have any difficulty, please ask.